Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what's happening right now in the NFL, especially in the NFC East, could be one of those game-changing moments that we'll remember for years. We're talking about the potential blockbuster deal involving Patrick Surtain, the Denver Broncos star cornerback, who's currently one of the most coveted defensive players in the league. And it's not just rumor mill chatter. Sources close to the league, including respected insiders like Adam Schefter, are indicating that a trade could be on the horizon. This isn't just another offseason move. It's a strategic play that could reshape the entire division, and for Dallas Cowboys fans, it's a development you cannot ignore. So here's what's brewing. The Denver Broncos, sitting at a solid 6-2 record, are facing some serious issues on their roster. Despite their winning record, they're battling a wave of injuries, especially in the offensive line, which has been a nightmare for their pass protection. They're giving up around 3-5 sacks per game, which is a huge problem for quarterback Russell Wilson and the offense overall. On the defensive side, things aren't much better. They're allowing around 25 points per game, which is quite high considering their reputation as a defensive-minded team. With these struggles, Denver's management is now open to the idea of trading away some of their best assets to rebuild and clear some cap space. And Patrick Surtain, the elite cornerback, is at the center of that conversation. Now, the Broncos are reportedly willing to part ways with Surtain in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a fourth-round pick in 2027. That's a significant investment, but it's a sign that Denver is looking to reset and rebuild around their draft assets, especially considering that they could free up around $15 million in cap space. This additional cap space could be crucial for extending young talents like Quinn Meinerz or addressing other positional needs, particularly on the defensive front. For Dallas, this potential trade is a goldmine. They currently sit with around $35 million in cap space, and with a 3-4-1 record in the NFC East, they're looking for ways to strengthen their secondary after some tough injuries. Right now, the Cowboys are missing key players in their secondary. Trevon Diggs and Shavon Wheeler Jr. are both out, which leaves them with some pretty significant gaps. Adding a shutdown corner like Surtain would be a game-changer, especially for a team that's aiming for another deep playoff run. Imagine pairing Surtain with the likes of Micah Parsons, whose impact on the defense is undeniable, and suddenly that secondary becomes a fortress. Cowboys have a lot to gain because, even though their defense has been solid overall, they've struggled with big plays and consistent coverage. Surtain, with his elite skills, could be the piece that elevates their entire defense to a top-tier status. Let's talk a little about Surtain himself. This guy is a true maestro when it comes to coverage. He's accumulated a career total of 15 interceptions and 55 pass deflections, and his PFF grade is an impressive 92.5 for his career. As of the 2025 season up to September 15th, he already has 5 interceptions and 20 pass deflections, with a completion allowed rate of just 50%. That's elite-level coverage. His EPA per target, which measures how much a defender impacts the success of a play, is at 48, meaning he's actively helping to negate big plays. He's allowed only 3.5 yards after catch, and his jam success rate is around 70%. These numbers aren't just good, they're elite. And despite a recent ankle injury that limited him to just 6 games this season, Surtain has shown resilience and high-level play when healthy. He's often compared to some of the best in the league, evoking images of Jalen Ramsey in terms of technique and physicality. His ability to shut down top receivers is almost unmatched, and he's demonstrated a low burn rate of just 11%, meaning he's rarely beaten deep. His forced incompletions, 16 so far in 2025, highlight his playmaking ability. When you consider that he's outperforming guys like Deron Bland, who's also been doing well with an 81.6 PFF grade, it's clear that Surtain is a game-changing talent. Now, let's not forget the context of the Denver Broncos. They're sitting at plus 3,500 odds to win Super Bowl LXI, which isn't very optimistic. Their quarterback, Bo Nix, has been inconsistent, with a QBR of just 83.4, and questions about the team's sustainability are mounting. Their defense, which is supposed to be a strength, is allowing too many sacks, around 4.2 per game, and the overall roster is weak in the trenches, especially on the defensive line. Denver has prioritized picks for their front seven, which has struggled to generate pressure, and that's part of why they're open to trading away a player like Certain. To them, this move is a reset, similar to what the Kansas City Chiefs did when they traded Tyreek Hill in 2022 for cap relief and draft capital. It's about building for the future, even if it means parting with some of their best talent. So how does this impact Dallas? Well, if Certain joins the Cowboys, it's not just a simple addition. It's a transformation of their entire secondary. Think of him as the opposite of Jair Alexander, an elite shutdown corner who can take away the best receiver on the opposing team. His presence would allow the Cowboys to project for at least 6 or more interceptions in the upcoming games, and his impact on pass deflections could push their team total up by 23%. That means fewer yards allowed, dropping from around 220 yards per game to closer to 180. And that's huge because it means more opportunities for their offense to control the game. Tactically, in Mike Zimmer's defensive scheme, Certain would be a perfect fit. His ability to force punts, raising the team's percentage from 38% to 46%, would be a massive boost. It's comparable to what Sauce Gardner did for the Jets, elevating their defense in 2025 with an added 150 pass deflections. And it's not just about stopping drives. Certain's presence allows the Cowboys to tighten up on third downs. His ability to reduce third down conversions from 61% to around 74% stops opposing teams more consistently, giving Dallas more chances to get the ball back and keep their offense on the field. For Dak Prescott, that means more manageable situations and an increase in expected points added, projected to go up by 17%. Now, looking at the big picture, this move could be a seismic shift for Dallas's Super Bowl odds. Currently, they sit at around plus 7,000, which is long, but if they land Certain, those odds could plummet to about plus 2,500. That's a massive leap, transforming Dallas from a fringe contender into a serious X-factor in the playoffs. Their chances of winning 5 games could rise to 12. 5, and with a shutdown corner capable of neutralizing elite receivers like A.J. Brown, their chances of making a deep postseason run skyrocket. Certain, with 3 interceptions already in the playoffs, has shown he can come through in clutch moments. His presence in Dallas could be the difference maker against top-tier quarterbacks and offenses. Envisioning Certain in Dallas is reminiscent of the Deion Sanders era, a true cornerback legend who could elevate the entire defense and lead the team to a Super Bowl title. The NFC East, historically a battleground of fierce rivalries, could become Cowboy territory for years to come. With a secondary that now features Certain's elite coverage skills, the Cowboys could redefine their legacy, not just in this season, but for the foreseeable future. It's about more than just one player. It's about the message it sends. Dallas is serious about returning to the top, about building a defense that can dominate on every down, and about finally knocking down the division's giants. So, fans, this is the moment to stay tuned, because if this trade goes through, it's going to send shockwaves across the league. The Cowboys could be on the verge of something special, a defense that's capable of shutting down the best defenses in the league, a team that's not just aiming to make the playoffs, but to go all the way. And remember, this isn't just speculation. The league whispers are getting louder, and the pieces are aligning for what could be one of the most exciting moves of the season. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you believe Certain can make that much of a difference? How do you see him fitting into the Cowboys' scheme? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're in an exciting moment in the NFL, and this could be the move that propels Dallas back into Super Bowl contention. So keep your eyes on this story because it's far from over.